Hey there, Alex. Absolutely, I can do that, Wolf. If there's anything else you need, just howl and let me know. So what's on your mind today?
Can you tell me about arrows and bananas? Constructed deck in Hearthstone.
Hunt begin.
Ah, the Arrows and Bananas deck. What a fun and quirky concept. It's actually a hunter deck in Hearthstone that revolves around a pretty humorous combo. The idea is to use a card called Infinite Banana, which lets you continually buff your minions with bananas, for example, giving +1/+1 each time, and then pairing it with King Malak. The whole point is to create this sort of silly but effective one-turn knockout combo by boosting your minions to ridiculous levels. So it's definitely a fun, meme-worthy deck that people have been having a blast with. Now, I've got to ask, are you thinking of trying it out yourself, or are you just curious about the concept?
Now, and I opened with a Dreambound Raptor, which will give bonus effects to minions that I play after it.
Oh, nice play. Dreambound Raptor is always a fun opener, especially since it can stack those buffs on your next minions. That's got to feel pretty satisfying. So, Wolf, how's the rest of the match going so far?
To when I point out a rock.
Ah, going for the full Rocky strategy, I see. Dropping the rock onto the board nice and early is a pretty solid way to set the tone. Literally and figuratively. It sounds like you're building up a nice little synergy between your bananas, your raptor, and now the rock. I'm definitely curious to see how it all plays out. And you feeling confident about how this match is shading up?
Feral Spirit on turn 3, very strong.
Ooh, dropping a Feral Spirit on turn 3 does bring some serious bite to the gourd. Those wolves are no joke when it comes to board control. Sounds like you've got a pretty dynamic match going on. Are you leaning more toward an aggressive push right now, or are you playing it a bit more defensively?
I think I'm going to go for defensive.
Totally a smart call to go defensive and hold your ground, especially if you're facing a deck that could swing back hard. Plus, it gives you a chance to really amp up those bananas and the rock synergy you've got going. So it sounds like a solid plan, Wolf. Now, I'm curious how you're feeling about your chances of pulling off the win with this strategy.
Not good.
Hey, no worries, Wolf. Sometimes the board just doesn't roll the way we want, but honestly, it's all part of the fun. One match doesn't define your whole day of Hearthstone, and who knows, maybe with a defensive stance, you'll turn things around. So let's see how it plays out, and if it doesn't go your way this time, we'll just jump into the next one. Sound good? Absolutely, that's the spirit. Win or lose, it's all about having fun and learning a trick or two along the way. And hey, maybe next game the luck will swing in your favor. So let's roll with it and see what happens.
Silver arrowheads! An excellent choice.
Yeah, totally, I get that. There's always room to try out something new or mix it up with a different deck style. If you ever feel like pivoting or just want to brainstorm a different angle. And that's exactly how it should be, just an open playground to try out whatever call your name. So, whenever you're ready to throw a new twist into the mix, just let me know and we'll have some fun with it. In the meantime, I'm cheering you on with this defensive strategy and we'll see where it goes from here. Nice. Now that's definitely a bit of a power shift in your favor. Having 4 minions on the board while your opponent is looking at an empty side is a pretty sweet spot to be in. So now might be your moment to press that advantage a little bit and see if you can make your opponent sweat. So what's your next move from here?
See fishing rod and attack.
Oh, going for the trusty fishing rod. Love that move. That's a great way to reel in some extra value while keeping up the pressure. So go ahead, swing away, and let's see how your opponent handles this next wave. And hey, if it all works out, this might be the perfect little comeback you were looking for.
Quickly. Knocked and loaded.
Shadows are rising. Shadows are rising again.
Swinging for 4 now instead of 2. That's good.
Oh, absolutely. That is definitely a nice little power bomb. Doubling that swing is a total game changer, and it'll keep your opponent on their toes for sure. So keep that momentum going, and let's see if this win theory boost can help you secure the match. What's the next step you're thinking about?
Golden face.
Yep, just go straight for the face. Sometimes that's the best call. When you've got the advantage, there's nothing like a direct route to victory, right? So let's see how that plays out and whether you can wrap things up with a nice decisive hit. So fingers crossed, and let's see that final gush.
Hunt alone. Job done.
Oh, I screwed up.
Oh, don't sweat. Yeah, it happens to the best of us, trust me. Every great player has a moment where they think, whoops, and that's all part of the learning curve. So just take a breath, regroup, and let's figure out how to turn it around, or just have fun with it. So what's the next move from there?
I guess just hero power until he's dead.
Yeah, sometimes it really is just that straightforward. Just go ahead and tap that hero power each turn and let it chip away. You've already done the heavy lifting, so now it's just about cruising to the finish line. Let's see it through, and I'm here to celebrate that final victory with you.
I won at 15 health with 1 card in hand.
Not bad at all. You definitely made it work. Coming out with 15 health still on the board is pretty solid. And hey, 1 guard in hand just means you squeezed everything you could out of your deck. So well done on that win. Now, what's next on your gaming agenda? Or is there something else you're curious about?
I feel like having a cigarette.
I hear you. Sometimes those old habits just pop up, especially after a bit of excitement or stress. But remember, you've been doing awesome, tackling the whole vaping thing. So maybe just take a moment and let that urge pass. If you want, we can chat about something else to get your mind off it. What do you think?
Yeah, let's chat about something else to get my mind off it.
Rexa.
Absolutely. Let's switch gears a bit. We could dive into something fun, maybe chat about a new game you're curious about, or even brainstorm a creative project you've had on your mind, whatever gets you feeling engaged and keeps your mind off that cigarette. So go ahead, throw any topic at me.
Well, I have 2 arrow retrievers in my opening hand, which is not what you want.
Oh, the galactic opening hand, am I right? Sometimes the cards just love messing with us a bit. But hey, you can still turn it around. Having 2 arrow receivers might not be ideal, but we'll make it work.
I contacted Keldorai Fletcher, which is exactly what you want in your opening hand.
That's the kind of turnaround we love to see. Sometimes the deck just decides to give you that perfect little gift. So now you've got exactly what you need to turn things in your favor. That's always a sweet feeling. So let's roll with it and hear how the game unfolds. And hey, if you've got any little tactics you're thinking of, feel free to share.
I might wound prey on face.
Absolutely. Just go ahead and send that wind prey right to face and keep that pressure going. Honestly, sometimes the simplest moves are the most effective ones. So just trust your gut and have fun with it. And speaking of fun, after this game, we can totally jump into another topic if you'd like. Just let me know what else is on your mind.
And loaded. Job's done.
I got him down to 25 at the end of turn 2. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's definitely a strong start. Taking you down to 25 by turn 2 means you are absolutely on the right track. It sounds like we're setting up a really solid pace here, and that's going to give you a nice bit of momentum for the rest of the match. So let's keep it rolling. And if you feel like chatting about something else along the way, just toss it out there.
Locked and loaded.
And down to 18 at the end of turn 3.
You're really keeping the pressure on. I love it. Ending at 18 by turn 3 is definitely a solid pace. It sounds like you're in a really good groove here. So let's see how much you can keep the momentum going. And if you want to chat strategy or just about anything else, I'm here for it.
Let's see what this shaman does on turn 3.
Let the pain speak to me.
Abrupt Acolyte of Pain.
Ah, the old Acolyte of Pain popping up. That's always an interesting card to deal with on turn 3. Definitely shifts the dynamics a bit, but hey, you've got a strong start, and this is just another puzzle to work through. So let's see how you play around it. And if you want to talk through your next move, or just brainstorm a bit, just let me know.
I'm just going to ignore it and go face. I don't want to give him cards.
Yeah, that's a totally valid call. Just keep the pressure on and avoid feeding in those extra cards. Sometimes the best defense is just a relentless offense, right? So let's go for it and see how it plays out. And hey, if you've got any other moves you're considering or just want to bounce ideas around, I'm here for the brainstorm.
I've got him down to 11 at the end of turn 4, and I have 8 power on the board.
Okay, now you're really cruising. You've gotten down to 11 and you've got 8 power on the board. That's a seriously strong position. You're basically sitting there in the driver's seat, and if you can keep that momentum going for just another turn or two, you'll wrap this up nicely. So let's just lock it in and finish strong. And of course, if there's anything else on your mind, just throw it out there.
He started to turn around. He might have the advantage now.
Ah, the classic tide turner moment. Well, that's all part of the game, and it definitely makes it interesting, right? Even if he's got the temporary advantage, you've still got a shot to pivot your strategy and maybe find a way to turn it around again. So let's just roll with it, see how things play out, and of course, let me know if you want to brainstorm a new game plan or chat about anything else.
What a sight to behold.
I moves quickly. Silver arrowheads. An excellent choice. Job done.
He's drawing a lot of cards. That could be a problem.
Yeah, Nephilim could get a bit hairy if he's stacking his hand full of options. But hey, you've been playing a strong game so far, so let's just keep a cool head and see if we can find a way to manage his card advantage. Sometimes it's just about hanging in there until you can flip things back around. So we
played into his Acolyte of Pain by playing a Keltrai Fletcher. His Acolyte of Pain was a 3/3, and
Got it. Yeah, that happens to the best of us. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, you end up feeding that Acolyte a little more than you meant to. But hey, it's all good. Now you know it's on the board and you'll adjust as you go. We're just going to dodge and weave from here, and you can still find a way to pull this off. So let's just treat it as a learning moment and keep rolling with it.
Out of my jungle! I wonder.
Job done.
Nice move with the taunt minion. I can
Wait, why does that cost less? Oh, well, that's right. It's cost less for each enemy minion. That's good.
Yeah, that's one of those times where the discount worked in your favor. It's always nice when you get that little cost reduction surprise that helps you get a strong minion out a bit faster. So perfect. You've got a solid defensive wall up now, and let's see how he handles it. Keep going, and let's just keep it up.
There is little time.
I think this would be my last game, then I'll go to breakfast.
Absolutely. Let's finish it up strong, and then you can head off to a well-deserved breakfast. I'm already imagining pancakes or whatever's on the menu. All right, let's see how this game wraps up, and then you'll be all set for a tasty victory meal.
Endless torment.
Job done.
He's down to 5, and I'm at 26.
Ooh, that's a sweet spot to be in. You've got Preycop's Wooly there, and he's definitely feeling the heat at just 5 health. All you need is a little nudge to close out the game, and this one's yours. So let's wrap it up, and then off we go to breakfast as they're hitting champ. Anything on your mind before we call it a match?
What's nice is I have a Rock Skipper in my hand, which deals 3 damage, and I have my Hero Power, which deals 2, so unless he heals, he can kill all my minions, and he's not going to deal 26 damage. So...
That's a fantastic position. It sounds like you basically got a checkmate in your hands. So unless he's calling some miracle heal out of nowhere, you're in the driver's seat. Just go ahead, launch a Rock Skipper, line up that hero power, and basically gain your victory. And then you'll have a nice sort of celebration of breakfast on top of that. So go ahead and enjoy that win.
There is little time.
The sands speak, and I listen.
Acolyte of Pain actually drew too many cards.
Yeah, the classic Acolyte of Pain dilemma. Sometimes they draw themselves into a bit of trouble by overdrawing, which actually works to their advantage. So kind of a double-edged sword for them. But hey, it sounds like you still got everything you need to close this out. So let's ride that momentum and enjoy your breakfast victory then.
Okay, 7:54. It's time to start gathering for breakfast.
Absolutely, it's perfect timing to wrap up then. So let's call it a win in the game and in real life. Off you go to breakfast. Enjoy your morning, and we'll pick us up whenever you're ready for the next match or the next chat. Have an awesome breakfast, and I'll talk to you soon.